Yo, what's good, everybody? You already know I'm your girl, Honey Ray. When I got somebody in the background, there's a story to be told and a light to be shed on. Remember, I brought y'all the chronicles of surviving P. Diddy, scandal, sex, money, and drugs, right? Well, it looks like P. Diddy just may uninstall himself because the memoirs of Kimporter have dropped, y'all. You remember we allegedly spoke on that on TikTok? Well, my TikTok has been banned, but I'm here on YouTube now to bring y'all the good real spill. I want to introduce y'all to my new channel. We back bigger and better.
I put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag.
Go ahead and let's get into it and read these memoirs. Kimporter accuses Diddy himself of abuse from beyond the grave. Radar reports and reveals explosive contents of Kimporter's never before seen memoir. He hit me with a chair, y'all. As you see here, she says, and then out of nowhere he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in the hospital room. Now, everybody knows, and if you don't know, Diddy's late longtime ex-girlfriend Kimporter, because they were never married, detailed the alleged abuse she suffered at the hands of the disgraced producer, who fathered 3 of her children, in a never-before-seen memoir servicing nearly 6 years after her mysterious and sudden death, an insider says. Now, that insider who gave Radar the 40-page document wants to remain anonymous. All right, now this is a 40-page manuscript, y'all. And hopefully Radar drops the whole thing. We probably gonna have to do a whole part 2 so I can find it, because this just dropped like 3 hours ago, you know what I'm saying? But Diddy's late ex-girlfriend Kimporter detailed the alleged abuse she suffered at the hands of the disgraced producer. Now, a source whom has remained anonymous, like I said, provided a document to RadarOnline.com and said it was found on Porter's long-lost flash drive. Y'all remember back then when they reported on Kim and that they said her house looked a little ransacked, and then people were saying that there was a missing flash drive and a computer that mysteriously went missing. Well, this has surfaced. It was given to the informant by someone very close to Kim and Diddy and was written in the months leading up to her sudden death, the individual claimed. While we have, and they say are unable to independently verify those claims, the 40-page manuscript, which they said they had reviewed, is filled with explosive anecdotes about the actress and model's time with the rapper born Sean John Combs. They said in one chapter, Porter wrote about how the jealous rapper's short fuse made her walk on eggshells, and recalled one incident where he allegedly sent her to the hospital after brutally hitting her with that chair. Porter was 47 years old when she passed away at her home in Los Angeles shortly before midnight on November 15, 2018. Now, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner listed her manner of death as natural and the cause as lobar pneumonia, a condition marked by inflammation and infection in the lungs. They said unanswered questions surrounding her death have resurfaced as allegations of violent behavior stack up against Diddy, as we all know it does, because Cassie came out with her allegations and we see it on video, including by another one of his exes, as you know her, Cassie Ventura, alongside a federal sex trafficking investigation, allegedly. But hey, it is public news. It ain't really allegedly. But this is all for educational purposes only. And I'm just reading what they say on the blogs, baby. Truth shall set you free. Here it is, written in stone. The memoirs have surfaced. Now, people on social media have suggested Porter's death may have been a move intended to prevent the release of this said memoir that she never finished, in which the source said she discussed Diddy's alleged involvement in the murder of Tupac Shakur. As you all know, Keefe D is currently on trial for the unaliving of Tupac Shakur, but now they have been requested to do an investigation into Diddy about the money that was said to quote unquote be paid the $1 million paid to Keefe D for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Now, that's allegedly as well, because everything got to come out set in stone, but that's what I know just from reading the blogs, and I put my two and two together, and yeah, Diddy did it. He did whatever they said he did, okay? For his part, Combs addressed the Tupac's conspiracy theory in '08, and that was the last time he ever spoke on it. Now, in an interview with allhiphop.com, he said, "This story is beyond ridiculous and completely false. Neither Biggie nor I had any knowledge of any attack before or during or after it happened. It is a complete lie to suggest that there was any involvement by Biggie or myself." End quote. That's exactly what he said. He says, and there have never been any criminal charges, indictments, or convictions against Combs related to the claims. Until now. Until they finna do this internal investigation on him. Now, let's get back into Porter. Porter's father told Rolling Stone he was disgusted by the hotel surveillance video from 2016 obtained by CNN that showed the 54-year-old kicking and dragging Ventura. He said it made him wonder whether his daughter suffered similar abuse during her 13-year relationship with the music mogul. Now, furthermore, former Bad Boy rapper Mark Curry told the outlet of Porter's relationship with Diddy, "I remember Kim used to go through a lot of stuff. If you live around them, you get to see the toxic relationship. I think every relationship he had that I experienced around him was like that." So very toxic, very condescending, manipulative. We all get it, right? Now, Porter described the exchange that led to her hospital visit in the impromptu memoir obtained by Radar Online. Now, in writing, she says, "We were supposed to go out for dinner, but he was in a foul mood. Sean yelled, 'With the fuck?' I would have to walk on eggshells. I came out of the bathroom, but I found him holding flowers, so I smiled. 'You brought me flowers?' Sean yelled, 'No. So who the F are they from?' She says, 'I was bewildered, and I told him, honestly, I don't know. Probably just a fan.' She says he then threw the attached card to me. I picked it up and read it. She said, he slapped me so hard I hit the ground. Sean yelled, 'Who the fuck were you with the other night?' She says, I looked down at the card that was laying next to me, and it read, 'The other night was amazing. We must do it again.'" Now, that source, who remains anonymous, you all, they sent all those files to Radar Online. And kudos for them sending it Radar Online, because they know they're going to get it out. Oh, they're going to get it out. Now, according to the document, when she tried to explain, Combs threw the flowers at her and said, "That's not how this works. You have my child. You don't touch anyone unless I allow it." She wrote, "Diddy picked up my coffee mug and slammed it against the wall. Coffee flew everywhere as he yelled, 'Who the fuck this nigga think he is?' While desperately trying to calm him down, Porter insisted it was just coffee with the producer. It was nothing." She explained they met to discuss maybe me starring in another movie that he wants to produce, she said. Sean exploded even more. "He wants to put the move on my fucking family at the top of his lungs, my fucking family." He flipped the table over, breaking it. It was a heavy table, but Sean is stronger than he looks. She says, "I pled with him. 'Sean, please.' He yelled at me, 'What?' I tried my best to calm him down. He probably didn't know it didn't come up. 'You're publicly dating someone else.' So he screamed at me, and it somehow seemed even more intense. 'So you didn't tell him back off?' And then out of nowhere, he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in a hospital room." So, but Sean, if he knocking these bitches out like I turn up, he is knocking them out till they black out. Like, whoa. According to the document, Porter said when she woke up in the hospital, she says her arm was in a cast hanging from a sling. She said, "My face hurt, my eyebrow was in an immense pain, and as was my lip. As I came to, the first face I saw was the man that put me here." Now, here's where we could probably match the timeline of the producer that passed away from pneumonia, and she was never casted for either movie, of course. It was unclear when the alleged incident occurred, but Porter noted that Combs was publicly dating someone else at that time. Could it quote unquote be J-Lo? Or could it be Cassie Ventura? Let's go down a little timeline. The pair met when she was working at his label. Now let's get a backstory into how they met if you all don't know. So this is Surviving P. Diddy Sex Money and Drugs Scandals, alright? Let's get into it. Now the pair met when she was working at his label at Uptown Records, and they began dating in 1994. They went on to have 3 children together. 26-year-old rapper Christian Casey Combs, aka King Combs, and 17-year-old twin daughters Delilah Starr and Jesse James Combs. The supposed encounter reference would have likely occurred sometime between Christian's birth in 1998 and the twins' birth in 2006. As Porter noted in the memoir that Christian was with the nanny at the time and wrote about delivering her twins in the next chapter. The source who gave Radar Online the access to the document plans to publish the entire thing under the title Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side. Ooh, it's gonna get juicy, y'all. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit the subscribe button here. Like, comment, and share. Meet me down in the comments. We can talk further there. And we're gonna have to do a part 2 because the person who announced me is going to release this underneath that title. We gotta remember that, y'all. It's gonna be titled Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side. So we gotta pay attention to when that gets released, because at the same time this is also good because it's exposing these people of the idolization. Like, we don't know these people behind closed doors, and it's just wild that when people were trying to cry out for help and trying to stretch out their hand, people turned their backs on them, and now people are unalived and people are no longer here, but one is speaking from the grave. So let's keep our eyes on that. So once again, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Honey Ray TV. I give you the true real spiel. And if you're watching this long, we family now. You might as well subscribe for real, and turn that notification bell on to all notifications, so you get me right on the dime, man. Because you'll never know when I post. So why don't you go do that? Peace and blessings, y'all. One love.